What up, everybody? How all y'all doing? Hope all is well. And if not, hope y'all can get back sooner or later so you can add to your thing. You know what I mean? Me? Nobody know me, but a whole nother vibe adding to my thing. You know what I'm saying? This holding another vibe. You know? It's just a vibration. You know, I'm not into the reading thing, so I watch a lot of videos and people that do their reading. I have a lot of different presentations. And I have so much questions in my head for a long time. And just having a lot of conversations with people and just putting everything, getting information, gathering information. Now it's time to present. So the Holding the Vibe podcast is just about having a, feeling a vibe and a question, and just vibing the question, holding the vibe and the question. So once I have enough people to go live, we don't get to that 1,000, then we can start going live, and I hold the vibe with everybody that's in the community. But right now, we just presenting some videos and just getting this thing going, because you already know I just dove right in. I just jumped hands and foot straight into this YouTube thing. No training, don't know nothing. But hey, that's life, right? You live and you learn as you go. And besides, I got all these beats I've been making. And I make beats every day. So we have the background sound going, you know what I'm saying? So here we go, Holding Another Vibe podcast. I don't know what episode this one's going to be presented, but you already know how I do. I got videos already lined up, and then with this post, the vibe is right. I don't know how this. That's how it be. You know what I mean? But today, y'all see the title, right? Y'all see the title. You know what I'm saying? Why? It's like, don't want us to know? I don't understand. I don't get it. The natives of the land. How come we don't know the history? And then, even if they talk about the history, they they're naming a few of the tribes, and then they're saying this and crazy stuff. And then you hear that those are just the cover up of the natives. Who really ran the land and was throughout the land? You know what I'm saying? And it's wrong to cover up the history, but what they say, the first shall be last and the last shall be first, and what's done in the dark shall come to the light. You know? And you know what's crazy is gave me a lot of information watching Divine's inside presentation. And I think it's called How They Took the Land. And when you look at the history and see what really goes on, and that was my conquest, that's my quest of finding out what really went on. When I was a young person, a young man, I said I want to know history. I want to know what really going on to make the psychology of beings the way they are, the way society is going right now, and just the way things are. And in order to see where you're going, you have to know where you're coming from. And now I'm realizing that everything is everything. Future, present, and past is all the same shit. We're in a freaking mental mind game. Not time to fuck ourselves, right? Time to put ourselves in a position to win, because this is a game, and the only way to win a game is to play the game. You know? So for them to cover up the history and not let you know what the hell went on is crazy. But you can read bits and pieces, documentaries, and this information age is now where people is actually bringing forth the information that's there about what went down or what went on. And now throughout time, that the poles shift and things change. That manifest destiny law, crazy. Yeah, the statement how the West was won, crazy. All those subliminal messages, right? The cowboys and Indian fights, like the cowboys and Indians, they had a whole freaking movies, they had a whole generation movies about Indian cowboys and Indian wars and all this stuff, about how the West was won and how the lands were taken over and conquered. And it was like a way of telling the story that went on, but it was almost like through the eyes of the victors. Because that's what they say, right? The victor always tell the story, and the victor's not going to tell the truth. They're going to tell it from their perspective, how they see things. I mean, I left my spot, and I saw this land, I'm going to conquer this shit, and it doesn't matter who's over there, we're rocking them. You know what I mean? And you see what happened, because for so long, the history has been covered up. And then they put it right in your face with stories of happenings, of everything. The pyramids, yo. Come to find out, the oldest pyramids are on these lands. And now, as a young person, right? Hey, yo, look at the psychology of everything. Because what they say, the plans, for ultimate control, they have like 500-600 head plans. These plans been going on for a long time, and generation after generation continue on building whatever the necessary plan they need to build. You know what I'm saying? So after conquering the land, enslaving the people, they're miseducated. And with trauma, you install fear. And as you can see, the last 100 years was kind of like to create amnesia. That's what I was trying to say in that video when I said you have been whined. It's like shock. Go look at the Wine's Inside video and they took the land. You know what I'm saying? And then put government on the land and set up shop and set rules in place. And now y'all gotta abide by the rules that's in place. You just got invaded and took it over. And you see it in the wars that's going on throughout the years, throughout the world. Even the what's that? These people got taken over, the war from last year, whatever that came up after COVID started. You know? With the invasion that took over the land and all that. Crazy. But not to get off topic. Why is the history hidden and the truth is not being told? Why are you led to believe something else? Is there reasons behind that? I would have to say obvious reasons to seek total control of the land. You know what I'm saying? It's been so long. What you would call that? When you invade, take over, and you stay. It's been so long that they really got away with the shit. But one thing about this third dimension and this planet, Mother Earth, whatever you want to call it, Earth is like a system, right? You know how we are alive and there's life forms within our body we call vitamins and minerals and all these things. Those are life forms, right? That makes us alive. Now, if the earth is a body, ain't we the life form within the earth that make the earth alive? in the system of existence and energy, you know what I'm saying? Because energy is everything, and that's what we are. Energy just fill up our avatar, you know? And we just represent an aspect of the energy of creation. Because it's all one shit, one big creation. And we're here in the third dimension, right? Energy go low. Energy is everything. Just use your imagination. You can, wherever your imagination goes, that's all energy, you know what I'm saying? But in the third dimension is a specific situation. Because they have the five senses, the emotions attached to the five senses, the emotions, and those are all freaking strong energy. You know what I'm saying? But I can bet all that has to tie in. All that has to tie in with the lie, the misleading, the throwing you off, and then all that repatriation talk. You know? Repatriation talk. Then reparations talk. Man, listen. Maybe it was just now is the time for all this information to come out. There's so much souls that's reincarnating and coming. So many coming back for the fight, coming back to bring the message and the real truth, real light, the real information from existence. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I'm holding the vibe. I'm feeling something. So shit, I'm doing my part. You know what I'm saying? Because whoever had the same question as I. So this my vibration on the question, like, why is the history not being told? Why the truth? You know, we go through school, we don't learn nothing about what really happened. Like, history's supposed to teach you history, right? But in school, they're going to teach you revolution. But what happened to the native of the land? What about their history? What the hell happened? Do some research, people, because once you find out what happened and you see what happened, there's been a lot of decoy. There's been oh my Lord, that's why it's important to get into the history and really see the facts. And the thing is, it's written down, it's there. It might be hidden. You might mess around and get the wrong reading, and you're reading something from the victor, the winner, and not the neutral person that was from an eyewitness, you know what I'm saying? Or the loser that's within the event and stuff like that, telling their perspective of what happened. But the history is sure interested, yo. And for a long time, like I said, from 15, 16, I started having these thoughts, like, what the hell's going on? Nothing don't seem right. It was just the vibration I have, and years and years of piling up. Now we can answer these things because information is coming left and right. Maybe it's the antenna, who knows? Because I said these things are antennas, and the download is shit for the universe. You know what I'm saying? And the sun was sure looking weird today. I was feeling this crazy connection this morning, and it's crazy how the sun was in and out the clouds. I might edit the video, put it in. The sun was in and out the clouds today. Makes me wonder this morning, man. You know, I'm hearing we got smoke coming down from Canada. Yeah, I'm in CT, y'all. And we see the smoke from Canada, who knows what's the truth? You know? But at the end of the day, even though all this is an illusion, all this shit don't mean nothing. With knowing what's going on, what went on, it put your perspective on things and where you stand. It's good to know, because the more you know, the more you grow and elevate yourself, and the stronger you can get. You know, and the use of these words, it's powerful when you understand each character and the power within the character of the words when they come together. It's deep. It gets so deep, you know, and that's why truth is hidden. That's why they don't want you to know. Makes no sense. It makes no sense if you know, because then you're going to get empowered and see that none of this should mean shit. So you can make anything happen. You're the captain. You're the captain. And no captain. No captain, you the captain. Do what the hell you want and you can be successful too. If you realize that this is an illusion, you can make it through. Making a point when I rhyme, because this is how I do. Making a point while I rhyme, because shit is so true. It's unbelievable what went down. Once you hear the truth and you feel it too, shaking your head and say, why? But this is the third dimension. Remember, it's just an illusion too. It's not real. But what I always tell you, the reason why it seems so real because you're feeling it. You are the illusion. Everything is just energy. Look at the beginning of Avatar. How they were explaining how the Earth is alive because that's in the life system itself in the cosmos. Think about this, right? You see my video the other day on the different worlds, all the worlds. But all these worlds are alive. They're in a life system. They're in their own universe, in their consciousness. We're just within the world. We're the life form that's keeping the world alive. You know, our life, human beings, the animals, the plants, those are all energy that's cultivated in this, you know what I'm saying? Globe, snow globe or flat, whatever. But it's the aura field is a full 360 degree that keeps everything within where we are. That's some real talk, man. It's the real vibration, you know what I'm saying? I always wanted to know, and now I'm getting the information that I wanted to know. Makes you wonder why it was kept away. And then makes you wonder why it was hidden with lies. You know, the whole shit is true lies because truth within the lies. You got to distinguish the truth from the lie. And it's the vibration that you feel. That's why we're holding the Bible over here, you know what I'm saying? Making sense of nonsense and getting some understanding and say, oh, that's what it is. You know, they say keep everything be stable. You know, you just busy surviving. Busy going surviving, fighting, surviving. Every day you get a fight. Why, man? You're supposed to move gently. You're supposed to be cool as we move. Because all this shit is just the truth. You know what I'm saying? China was started definitely in the information age. You know? Who's born after, what they say? What was the thing? Who's born after 1980? It's pretty much an old soul reincarnated. Tap into yourself. Tap into your frequency. See what time you want. Don't fall prey to the way things are set up, but don't fall prey, you know what I mean? My spotlight is dimming, man. I'm gonna cut it out because it's not so bright, bro. That spotlight is dimming. Need to charge it up. Yes, but it is what it is. The time that we're in. You know? With age comes wisdom. 42 years old, man. And it's like the answers to these questions, like, okay, you know? So, just another quick vibe, you know what I'm saying? Big up to my 59 subs. Come on, keep sharing, keep spreading the word, let people know this holding the vibe or some consciousness, you know? I got a question, just holding the vibe. Drop a comment if you're vibing. But I was just curious, and curiosity leads to know, leads you somewhere, you know what I mean? They say, what, down the rabbit hole? Well, we gotta dig deep in this shit. And there gotta be more parts to this video, because then we can really dig deep into the history of what really went on, what really went down. Because more and more information is being discovered, more and more stuff is being unlocked. You know what I'm saying? Even though we've been taught one thing, but that's the misleading. Crazy. And if all that school system is set up to teach you wrong and lies, do we really need that shit? Yeah, I'm asking the question, I'm saying that shit. Do we really need that system? Or you gotta be like Dr. Umar and make your own system? Now, what? Or is he gonna teach their system in his school? What's going down? Their curriculum. You know, the curriculum of the bunch of whatever the hell they teach you, which is nothing towards what you really need, especially that history stuff that's right now. Because Lord knows, all that stuff, the history that was taught to me in school, what the hell, did not crack anything. There's 200 years of history, when there's thousands of years of history uncovered, and then history beyond that. Crazy, ain't it? The more you know, the more you grow, and the stronger you are. The less you know, the less power you have, and people take advantage. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy how it is, but it's all energy. And remember, the words or characters are powerful, so the more characters you know in the history of what went down in this third dimension. Because this is this crazy game, but it is reality of the third dimension. It's the reality of this thing, life right here, this existence that we are in. You know, existence in the third dimension. This is the reality of it, and the times that we are in. It's just like everything is already everything, but you gotta play it out. You know, it gotta be played out. And you're in the play. You don't want to get deleted out of it, because if you get deleted out of it, then you're out of it. You know what I mean? And you can start again and jump in. But remember, it's just growing and it's going. You know what I'm saying? And everything that's from existence is people pulling it down. The individual souls is pulling it down, and they call it new discovery, new creation. Or they just adding to the thing. Because look at technology growing. You know? Look at technology growing and growing and growing. Look at the phone. From a rotary dial to now, so you can talk like Star Trek and shit. I see video conversation with yourself. All the information is coming up. What's really going down? When you start hearing this stuff, when you start hearing what's really went down, makes you wonder how things is, you know what I'm saying? You know how different gangs fight against each other? Yeah, the way it looked like different tribes were fighting against each other too. But in different settings, you know? The same land, just different settings. You know what I mean? The architecture was the architecture. You know what? I gotta look at Tartaria. If I get some pictures, I put up while I'm yapping. You know what I'm saying? But it's good to know history. Because the more you know, the more you go, and the chill you can be as you move. Because you're gonna be powerful in this third dimension with the information. Once you know none of this shit matters, shit. Just keep on keeping on, you know what I mean? So CLP, holding the vibe. I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Right?